What's up guys, this is Coach Ray and welcome to another episode of Kettlebell training for Armwrestling. In today's video I'm going to show you and explain really good exercise for your tricep. So this exercise is really relatable to Armwrestling. I'm going to explain why, and as usual at the end of the videos I'm going to give you some tips, so how often you should do it, how many reps and how many sets I recommend doing in this exercise. Before we start, please click that like button. It really helps me to get these videos out to more people. A lot of guys, especially top rollers, they get into these positions and they cannot pin their opponents. So they will change up from top roll to tricep press. And this exercise really helps with it. Today we're gonna do skull crushers with kettlebells. You can say, well, I can do it with dumbbell and I can do it with barbell. The difference between all these exercises, when you're using kettlebells, the weight is right under your arm. So right here. When you're using dumbbells or barbells, weight is distributed to the sides. This really gets you that feeling that you get when you're pressing someone. When you're pressing someone, the weight of their arm is right here in your palm. When you're training with kettlebells, doing skull crushers, it's really harder. It's much harder. For me, I can say 16 kilos feels like 30 kilos. Another good thing for arm wrestling, it puts a lot of stress on your tendons. So I really like this exercise. It's hard as hell, but let's get to it. When we're doing skull crushers, it's really important that you try to put your elbow inside as much as you can. If it goes a little bit outside, that's okay, but master the weight and don't go with too heavy kettlebells as soon as possible, because it's taking away tension from all the heads that you want to be working in your tricep muscle. So keep your elbows tucked in a little bit, and your arm shouldn't be straight. It should lean a little bit backwards. So now when you're bending your arm, you're creating more tension in your tricep, and when you're extending, you're leaving the tension right here. When you're going down, it takes away. Let's look at all of these things in exercise. The grip isn't important. You can grip kettlebell however you want it. What is important is keeping your elbow tucked in. Your arm is just a little bit lean backwards. I like to keep my other arm as a support. You can do this with two arms. I feel it better when I do it with one, because when I do it with two arms, my elbows are flaring out and it takes away the tension. So now I'm keeping my arm as a support. It cannot go any way. The tension will stay on that tricep. You can go for full range of motion, or you can leave a little bit of a bend in your arm when straightening it out. For this exercise, I recommend mastering one arm and then doing it with two arms, because with two arms your elbows are flaring out. I have seen it happen a lot of times, so it's easier to do it with one arm. You get better at it, and then you can go to two arms. Let's get into some tips, but before that, leave a like, guys. If the kettlebells you're using are too heavy and you cannot lift them, have your friend stand behind you and help you. Do the negative motion. Let it go slowly down. He will help you get it up, and one more time. So do this 5-8 reps, and this is how you get improvement. And at one point you will start doing it by yourself. I recommend working from 8 to 15 reps. I noticed that if I can do 15 good reps, then I can go up in weight. But it's not like other exercises here. I know that if I can do 15 reps with 16 kilos, I can do 5 with 24. Because I don't need that much heavier weights if I'm controlling the motion, if I'm having good form. When you're losing your form and doing just big weights and do it incorrectly, I don't see point of doing those exercises. Stick to 3 to 4 sets, 8 to 15 reps, and at one point increase the weight. Check it out. Can you do 24 kilos? And after you master 24 kilos, check it out. Maybe you can do 32 kilos. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my channel, if you want to support my work, please become Patreons on patreon.com. Link is in description. Stay strong and love arm wrestling.